Call me Neoblade. This is Protoss Bronx to Masters, the staircase step 4, and with me is Veryn. Hello, Veryn.
Hello, Neoblade.
Did I start the same replay? No, it's the same guy again, different map.
It's the same guy, yeah. We're actually going to play him once more on the next replay. I got him quite a bit today. So yeah, this is a PvT on Kairos Junction, and maybe just to talk about the map a little bit again. It's a medium-sized map, meaning that it isn't super small, but it also isn't super large. And I want you to take a look at my first pylon. I basically place my buildings so that the Reaper cannot jump up there. But it's completely optional to do. I think people in the lower leagues won't be able to use Reapers that well, so you might as well skip it if you think that's too hard for you to remember.
I use this technique a lot, if the map allows it. But, yeah. So again, I strongly recommend using the mental checklist to get as much scouting information as you possibly can, since we established in the last game as well that you can kill SCVs like this, which is very, very fine. And the scouting information is more important than the probe, because we are playing Nexus first and get ahead in economy almost naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So now you stay with the probe there. You check.
Yeah, the reason is I haven't seen a command center yet, so technically we don't know if he's playing a one-base build or not. And so I just want to wait for the Reaper to go out in case there is a Reaper.
Okay,
and
so
then come back in to see if he's building the high ground CC again, because he already did that last game, right? So he might do it again.
Yeah, I understand. So you move the probe away, so the Reaper will not intercept it. Of course, that makes sense totally. And when the Reaper jumps into your base, you scout again. Okay, is there a low ground CC or not? Understand.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense. I will adapt this for my gameplay as well. So thank you very much.
No worries. So yeah, now we saw the high ground CC, so we can just move the probe home again. Never have workers standing around while they're doing nothing, because right now we have all the information we need from our opponents, so we might as well send the probe home to get those extra minerals from it.
Yeah.
So the game plan is pretty much the same as the last one. I like to take my third base on 3 gateways. If you're feeling very bold, you can take it on 1 gate as well. But I think it's easier if you're doing it with 3 gates, because then you have some safety units to warp in case your opponent is playing more aggressively than this guy, because this Terran player is playing very defensively, but it's also partly because he has a very bad build order and very bad macro management.
Yeah. Which of course is naturally in silver and gold.
Yes, of course. If he had better macro, then he wouldn't be in silver, right? That's how StarCraft works.
We scout the front again with a Stalker. Again, this is the staircase step 4, so we will see Stalkers and Zealots in this game. But mostly charge slots, right?
Yeah, mostly charge slots again.
So we add additional gateways because our macro. Why are you? Because it happens the second time now. You're sometimes trap your probe. Why is your building placement that tight that you trap your probe?
It happens because if you misclick your shift queue, basically I'm shift queuing all of those gateways, right?
Okay.
And sometimes the probe gets stuck in there, which is unfortunate, but generally, if you're shift queuing your buildings, it's way faster, so it's acceptable to cancel a gateway every once and then.
Okay.
I think it's not ideal, but it's the better option, I think, than just building each gateway manually. Because this way I can shift you like 4 gateways away, and if it gets stuck, I'll just cancel the gateway.
Yeah, of course, because so you don't have to watch the gateways really build. You can concentrate on other stuff. I understand
Exactly.
that. Yeah. So. Some people asked me, I forgot to tell you this, some people asked me in Team Liquid, I have a blog there and on YouTube as well, why you are using 16 on the minerals and players like Mana use 17 or 18. This is 16 is the best amount, the most perfect amount, but the 17th probe mines with 98% efficiency. Why are you using 16 instead of 17 or 18?
So this is a habit I've picked up from high-level players.
Okay.
Because if you're following a very tight build order, it's all about how many workers you build and when you cut workers.
Okay.
So sometimes the extra worker per base makes a difference. For you guys, it doesn't make a difference at all. You could go up to, I don't know, 20 workers even if you wanted to, and you would still be totally fine. It's a habit I picked up, and it works just as well if you're playing the staircase. But if you want to get some extra safety workers in case you lose one, or maybe some get killed, you can also go up to 20 workers, I guess. Just don't go above 24, because that's when your probe is literally doing nothing on the mineral line. You should definitely transfer if you're above 24, but yeah.
Of course. Even if you're above 20, I would start to transfer. Now we see, I will just slow down the replay. So now, we'll just point out Veryn is using the core, not the core light, the real core, right?
Yep, I'm using the core.
It's a hotkey layout, you can Google it, it's on Team Liquid. And he has his 3 stalkers on 3. I will point it out, which is what hotkey is it in real life, on your real keyboard?
For my real keyboard, it's letter Ö, which we only have in German keyboards,
okay.
I guess.
Okay.
It's basically the letter next to L.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it's the core on the left-hand side of the keyboard. There is the core light on the right-hand side. There is the core light on the left-hand side, but I understand. So now you will see Veryn is playing a normal macro game because we are ahead and he does not have to attack the opponent, and our bases are almost fully saturated.
Yep, I made a mistake. I didn't put the probe back on that built the 4th base, so I only have 15 out of 16 in my 3rd base. If you want to avoid this kind of mistake, you guys can totally go up to more probes. But yeah, because now I have a couple probes long distance mining, but one of them could actually be gathering more minerals if it were on my 3rd base, because it only says 15 out of 16.
Correct. Now we see red dots on the minimap, and I ask Veryn the last game if the opponent would stim, will he take down our stalkers? But it's important for us to know when he's moving out, and you will see, because of good minimap vision and good reaction, Veryn will be able to save, I think, 3 of those stalkers, perhaps 2, I don't know, but we'll see right now. The opponent stims too late, and Veryn is able to retreat all of his stalkers. So we have scouted the front. We see, okay, this guy can move out, and we should rescout. I would probably say at the 6-minute mark you should have at least 1 observer and take a look at his army, or even attach the observer to his army.
Right, yeah, you will see I will work more with observers when I take 2 gases, because I was focused more on upgrades here, and not so much on building a robotics facility, but it's definitely something you can do even on this step if you want to use observers. So yeah, now we're just going to A-move him because I feel like I have enough stuff to break him, and turns out I do. He only has 1 tank, a couple of marines, and yeah, we just keep warping in zealots. I started the 2nd forge. Again, I built the pylons when I was taking my 4th base.
Yeah.
So we can't be dropped, and it's basically very similar to the last game.
Yeah. We built the pylons were built when your 3rd base was saturated.
Exactly, yeah.
Until you waited here for your 4th base, but yeah, that I think you should, if your economy from the 3rd base kicks in, you should build the pylons. Okay. Thank you very much, Veryn. Do you want to say some last stuff?
No, I think this game was very straightforward again. Just make sure, maybe you can, I think you can see it a lot better in this replay because it was a little bit longer. As you're going up to 4 or 5 bases, don't forget to add extra gateways. You can see I have 11 gateways right now, and I have 4 more in production, so that's 15 gateways, right? Usually pros wouldn't play with that amount of gateways during this time, but you can totally go up to even more, right? Just to spend your money, which is the most important thing when learning the staircase, basically.
Yeah. Spend your money gathering resources, and spending the resources is the most important part. Just use, I will type in the ggreplays.com, upload the replays there, and if you get a master's spending skill or a grandmaster's spending skill, everything is fine. And if you have 4 out of 5 games with master's spending skill, you can move on. I have an additional goal for you. In StarCraft, there is a TSC, which is a time supply capped. It's a statistic which will be displayed every game, and I would suggest you stay below 50 seconds. So below 50 seconds, because I see a lot of players in the lower leagues struggle with supply blocks, and they have 3 minutes, 4 minutes, even 2 minutes 30 is a bad value. Of course, everybody gets supply blocked, even pro gamers get supply blocked, but if you are above 1 minute, you should definitely try to work on your supply management.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, thank you very much, Veryn. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye-bye.